Yes, sir. YouTube, Glow Yard Gang, podcast listeners all over the globe. God, welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Cap and Crown, episode 52. No Greg Oden. Listen, we got a good one for y'all today, man. Per usual, if you guys are into NBA conversations, whether it be debates, hot takes, or anything else like that, do us a huge favor, man. Hit that subscribe button. Join us here every Monday evening and Wednesday evening as we get our conversation going, talking about the NBA. And also, too, everybody hit them likes for us today, man. Help us get that algorithm built up by you guys hitting that like button. The season is about to start here pretty soon. We got training camp and all that good stuff, media day and everything is going on right now. So the season is right around the corner, y'all. So we almost there. We got a good topic today, man. A pretty interesting topic, man, to get you guys involved in. We hope you guys can join us here for the conversation. Give us your takes and all that stuff in the comment section, of course, and then we'll address them at the end of the show. All right, King, you ready to get to it?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Before we start, man, let's show some love to the sponsor of the
This
channel.
I Was Told segment is brought to you by the folks over at FANATICS. FANATICS is the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love the most, including WWE. You can earn fan cash to redeem when your orders, jersey protection for when your favorite player is traded or changes teams. They also have an unrivaled selection of authentic fan gear and FANATICS exclusives that are only available on the site. So if you need some merch and are interested in helping the channel, scan the QR code on the screen or follow the link, which is always in the description.
Yes, sir, man. Let's go ahead and get our debate on, King. Today's debate is this right here. We talking best regular season teams that didn't win a ring since 2000. All right. So we got a list of these teams here, man. We're just gonna go over them, kind of go over what we kind of remember of them and what we took away from that season and their shortcomings per se. All right, man. Let's see if we can get to this here. Let's see what the first one up here is, King. So this starts in 2006. So the 2006 Pistons were 64-18. They lost to the Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals. I definitely remember this year, man. But what you remember about it?
That the Heat end up winning the championship and beating the Mavericks.
Yep, that's the year. That's the year.
So
that I believe. Hold on, how many times they went 4 years in a row?
Yeah.
So that was towards the tail end of their little run they had there, where he was in the Eastern Conference Finals like every year. Eastern Conference Finals or Finals. He was in the Finals twice, 2004 and 2005. And then they went.
That was their last time, right? That was their last time. No, next year.
They had one more year. Yeah, next year. Because they played
LeBron.
Yeah. They played LeBron, yeah. And that's the game LeBron went like, what, 30 points in like the fourth quarter or something like that or whatever.
Yeah.
And set the game for him in game 6. But yeah, that's the year, man. That's the second to last year before the Pistons kind of broke up that team. They were kind of getting older too. So Chauncey ended up going over to Denver at that.
Yeah, and Ben Wallace went to Chicago.
Mm-hmm. And I think Tayshaun ended up going to Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Rip. When did Rip go to Chicago? He went to Chicago years later, though.
Yeah, I know this was the last year for Ben Wallace, though. Because when Brown was there taking off in 2007, Ben Wallace wasn't there.
Yeah, it was Chicago.
Yep.
And then he ended up going back to Detroit, and then that was like and that was the end of his career there.
He was a fit for the team. A perfect role player. They had a bunch of perfect role players. So
to be honest with you, he was a defensive system.
Yes.
All right, man. Let's see what we got next, man. So check this out. I know you remember this. The 2006 Spurs, they were 63-19. They lost to the Mavs in the Western Conference semifinals. I could be wrong. Was that also the same year the Mavs won 63 games? Or am I wrong? Or was it, no, never mind. One of the years they both won 60. I'm tripping.
Yeah, I think it was.
03. Was that year?
I think it was.
No. You're right.
I don't think they had the same record, but I think the Mavericks did win 60 games. They were the fourth. This is the one they were the fourth seed. This is when they changed the seeding up because of the Mavericks. And this was basically the Western Conference Finals the second
Yes.
round.
They ended up playing the Spurs after the Suns
The
after
Suns,
they beat the
yeah,
Spurs.
and they beat them in 5, I think, right?
It was 5.
Yeah,
No,
so
was it
I think it was
6?
5. Think it might have been 5 that time. Maybe it was 6. Maybe. It was 5.
I know Stoudemire didn't play.
Yeah, Stoudemire didn't play. I think it was 5. That was the
He
Kiss of
might.
Death series where Tim Thomas,
Tim
Dirk
Thomas, yeah.
the kiss
Captain
and
Cheeks
all
and
that.
Dirk.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
and
Dirk was
then
a 50.
yeah, Dirk just went off. But back to this series, bro. Tim Duncan always talks about this is the best series of his career and all that. But yeah, I mean, I'm not really too crazy about this team because the Mavericks are right on their heels. It wasn't like a big surprise. The biggest surprise about the Mavericks beating them was that they just beat them. You know, like it was expected that the Mavericks always let you down in the playoffs and all that. But as far as the competitiveness and being close in competition, like they were right behind each other. So the only reason the Mavericks weren't the second seed is because they couldn't be the second seed.
Yeah, of course, that was when the Mavs amnestied Michael Finley. He ended up going over to the Spurs. I ain't gonna never forget that. He had a choice to go between it was the Spurs, I believe it was Phoenix and Detroit at that time. And I want to say Boston was the other team. I think it was 4 teams he had a choice to go to. He ended up going to the Spurs. And I was so mad, bro. I was already mad they amnestied him, but then they turned around and he went to the rivals. I was like, man, come on, man. Go to Detroit or something, man. But he ended up going to the Spurs.
You said Jason Terry low blow.
Yeah. Well, it got suspended. What, game 6?
Yeah, he was looking for chestnuts during Christmas. But yeah, I remember Bruce Bowen talking about excuse me, they were on the cusp of doing something special because I believe the Mavericks were up 3-1 and they forced a game 7 and went to overtime. They actually had the lead in game 7. Mavericks were up big in game 7. Then they came back around
I ain't
and
gonna
they took the
lie.
lead. Bro, I was sitting beside a dude that's a Spurs fan and all. Shout out to Javon and all. He was a Spurs fan sitting beside him. And I was like, oh, man, he was ready to go off and say, same Mavs again and do all that again. I'm like, man, here we go again. But Dirk with the drive, bro, instead of shooting on Bruce Bowen, because Bruce was ready to do some dirty up and under stuff on Dirk. You could tell Dirk played him, got to the rim, and Ginobili made a foolish play. He wins some, he lose some, and he lost some 3-point play. And just on a job in the OT, help take care of Tim Duncan. Not to say he shut him down, but Tim was probably a little tired by then because Tim was going off to help him get back and take the lead and all that. But yeah, bro, memorable. One of the best games ever, actually, in my opinion.
You talking about Bruce Bowen here? What do you think? What do you think? How I think Dirk got half of his ankle injuries?
Dirk stayed with the ankle injuries, bro, and then come at the next game.
So half of them was because of Bruce Bowen trying to get up under them legs, man. Like that dude would say he got the dirty dude award. That's the dirty dude player right there, bro.
He one of them, bro. I had to sit back and think. You gotta give me a night to think on it. Pause, but he definitely in the nominees.
Bro, when he did an imp man kick to the face of Wally Zerbiak,
yeah, he's
you number one in my book, bro. Like why your legs way up there like that, bro? Kicking dudes.
I mean, Draymond did like straight swing at Nurkic. I guess it don't matter as much because it's Nurkic, right?
Yeah, Nurkic. What does he do, King?
I have no clue, bro. I mean, does he play on a team? He's somewhere that he can sign?
Yeah, sure. We'll go with sure.
That's crazy. He was drafted above Joker.
No, didn't he?
That's wild. No disrespect to Nurkic.
Well, did he go to Charlotte or something?
Did he? Probably did get signed by somebody else, bro.
I think we talked about it. He was like, I think I was messing with you about like, your boy got signed.
He at the point now where he's just a center. You know, when you need a center to start, you have no center, you go get Nurkic. He's there. So
Nurkic would have been perfect in the early 2000s.
No, he wouldn't. What does he do?
Get you 6 fouls as the Lakers.
Okay.
So I said he would have been perfect in the 2000s. We need you on the roster. We need you to absorb these 6 fouls for us against Shaq.
He was supposed to be, I know we're getting a little off topic, but he was supposed to be in that little mode of, you know, the Sabonis, Joker, Şengün, even give me Valanciunas. You feel me? Like, what's the other guy named that played for the Orlando Magic and played for Vucevic? You feel me? Like he's in that whole, those European big men and all that came over and even Joker, he's done nothing. You feel me? Like, what does he do?
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that since Portland,
Exactly.
because they
That's
would
Hall of
always look
Fame
for him
right
to
there.
be a number 2 or number 3 option. He would never show up.
Yeah, he was a top 3 option.
Mhm.
Fun fact: he got traded, and they decided to keep Jokic over in Denver. He would start center before Jokic.
He got drafted the same year, above in the
Same
first
year.
round.
Yep. All right, man. Let's see what you think about this next one, man. Ooh, there you go. So check this out. The 2007 Mavs, man. It was 67-15. They lost to the Warriors in the first round.
Why? Why I feel like all these slides associated with the Mavericks in some way?
What is it?
I don't know. It just felt like we talked about the what was this? What did we say? The Detroit Pistons. They lost to the Miami Heat. That beat the Mavs.
Yeah. That was a year. Yeah.
Then the Mavericks beat the San Antonio Spurs in the second round. Last one. And then lost to the Miami Heat. And then the following year, when Dirk got his MVP, and bro, everybody, this is the one fact that everybody I think forgets about this season that's not a Mavs fan. Mavs started off 0-4 that season, bro.
Yep, I remember.
Bro, they lost 4 of their 15 games in the first 4 games.
So they went what?
They'd have won 71. If they'd have won all 4 of them, they'd have won 71. They just won 3 out of 4 because they on pace. They was a 75% win team. They'd have won 70 games. That was a 70 game win. That was a 70 win team right there. And then hold up, another one of those L's. Last game of the season. So that's 5 L's right there out of 15 of them.
The most important one was the fifth one.
Yeah, that last one, bro. I still to this day, that's the one of the what ifs. If I can go back in time and change, is that last game, bro. I wish Avery Johnson would have played against the Golden State Warriors and would have tried to beat them with all his might. That one game and knocked them out.
Because we'd have killed the Clippers in the first round.
We'd have won a championship. They'd have won.
Yeah.
Nobody else would beat the Mavericks. That was that one team I was afraid of.
That one team, man. And it just happened to play that one team.
I feel like we played them. We played them 4 times in the season. I don't know if we played them. And I don't know if we played them in that first 4 games. I don't probably not. But that's another 4 of those L's out of that.
We lost 15, and we lost all 4 of those games against them.
4 of those games, and that 15 was against the Golden State Warriors. So the feud just went hard that one game, bro. Like, I can't believe how they treat like that. And you know how the reporters were asking the question like, are you going to go? This is a playoff game and all that because they've beaten you and all that. Avery Johnson, I'm trying to stay with that little politically correct answer of we're the better team and we're not worried about them and all that. And I'm like, bro, what the hell do you mean, man? They beaten you 4 times or 3 times so far, and you're undefeated. That's like, let's equate that to the Mavericks again. Jeez, I always use the Mavericks against the OKC Warriors. Say they were fighting for like the 8th seed back, what was it, last year, and say everything happened and the Mavericks were fighting for the 8th seed and they kept beating OKC Thunder all year, whatever like that. And the last game of the year can knock out the Mavericks. You don't think if you OKC, you would go and you knock out the Mavericks? Like, bro, that's the game if I got to play them in the first round, they got my number. No, don't let them have the chance. You go all out. This is your Super Bowl right here to beat this game, so you don't got to go into a series against them. But he didn't think.
I feel like your boy Mark Cuban came back later and kind of was like, we would have done things different. We knew at that time. I think.
Why do we always know before them, bro? Like, why can I stay with you and have this conversation? And we didn't even know each other at that point. How can I have this conversation with you and you say the same thing to me and say, bro, I knew we should have played that game and all. But Mark Cuban comes back afterwards and says, I don't know. I wish we'd have done things differently.
I'll leave that alone because I was going to say something. But we already know how that goes.
Yeah, that's true.
But check this out, man. Let's see what this next one is. So we got the 2009 Cavs, man. It was 66-16. He lost to the Magic in the Eastern Conference Finals. So you already know this is one of the years that people were saying was supposed to be Cavs and Lakers in the finals.
Yeah.
Because Orlando ended up playing the Lakers, they ended up losing. in the finals. So
Yeah, this was that year. This is the year it was supposed to be Kobe versus LeBron. This was the puppets or whatever, the little Nike commercials and all that. This was their year. But I mean, they weren't that good. Look at that. Look at that picture, bro. They won 66 games. Not no disrespect, but look at those dudes in that picture. That was the team. Who else taking that team to 66 games?
Virgil.
Okay, got you. Okay, that's all I'm saying, bro. Like, I know failure is failure, and there's no more victories and all that. But, jeez, bro, they won 66 games. They were 4 games away from 70 with that team. Orlando was just better.
Shout out to Dwight Howard, man. The player that everyone forget about.
He do Turkley, man. Shaw Lewis.
And Hito, man. I never thought Hito would be that good when he was playing with Sacramento. I always thought he was like a poor man's Peja. He turned out to be a more of a facilitator than Peja was, of course.
He more skilled than
Way
Peja.
more skilled.
Not more of a shooter and all, but like, so he wasn't as good of a shooter as Peja, but he was more skilled. That was the issue. I feel like in Sacramento, they were looking at him to be like the Peja replacement. That do that, and it's like, let him do more. Let him play point forward. That's where he excelled at. He was at point
Or let
forward.
him put the ball in his hands and let him operate.
Yeah. He was nice.
But yeah, let's see. Yes, sir. Let's see what we got next here, man. 2000. It's 25. What we got down here? Nope. That's 16. Where we at? 2009.
Yep.
What we got next? Wait, Spurs twice? What?
Yep.
Spurs lost to the Thunder in the Western semis. They were a 67-15 team. This is 2016 Spurs.
Yeah.
It was 67-15. That was Duncan's last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was just that time, man. Kawhi wasn't quite Kawhi yet.
Nah, he was becoming that guy. This is probably his. I feel like this year was like a 1A, 1B with him and LaMarcus Aldridge. At this point, they were becoming like that. But then, like the next year, 2017, Kawhi became the one, bona fide one to me. But this year, nobody remembers this year because of a couple of things. One, like the Thunder beat them. And they were the number 2 seed in the West. They almost won 70 games. But then we'll probably get to the number 1 seed in the West later on, which the Thunder then lost to after having a 3-1 lead. So a lot of stuff happened that year. And I think that's why this team doesn't even get mentioned. So it doesn't even matter. And Kawhi kind of like exercises demons, even though they didn't win a game in the series with that performance against Durant and Golden State later on, where it was like, okay. So it's kind of like, all right, Kawhi, we see where you're going or whatever. So, yeah.
Talk about the Zaza Pachulia injury.
Yeah.
Just imagine what history would have been if Zaza didn't slip that foot under him, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Did Zaza get a dirty dude award?
He got a nomination. Someone's nominated.
He definitely nominated. I'm about to say somebody need to nominate that man. He's a dirty dude.
He's been nominated.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Even when he was with the Mavs, he was dirty.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's.
He was just playing for us. It's just like we just like ignored it or whatever. He dirty. Yeah, what he's talking about.
When you got dirty D's, you don't care. They play for you.
They play for you. You think Golden State care, but they got Draymond out there?
They love they got Draymond. Everybody else hate it.
Exactly. You already mentioned this team right here, man. Check this team out. The 2016 Warriors, same year, beat the team that beat the Spurs the same way that they got beat in this finals matchup. 2016, 73-9. Yeah. The best regular season record in NBA history. They lost to the Cavs in the finals. Of course, everybody know that's the series that they were up 3-1. The Cavs came back. Draymond got suspended in Game 5. The rest was history, man.
Yeah, that's a crazy Western Conference, bro. That's a crazy Western Conference, bro. Just in general, that whole playoffs was wild. I had to go back and like watch those games. But yeah, this was This is another series that's kind of forgotten about. I mean, it's remembered attached to LeBron, but it's forgotten about because they exercised their demons in a way with Kevin Durant. So the two guys combined, they like fused and like exercised their demons and said, "Let's go take care of this." So between Kevin Durant, who was on OKC, and Golden State Warriors, took care of business. But this is the series that it is what it is. It put LeBron in the GOAT conversation. This what it was.
There's one player in here that you forget about.
Ooh.
Harrison Barnes, man. Don't you disrespect Harrison Barnes?
Something about Harrison Barnes.
Where did he go that next year?
Someplace he shouldn't have went.
You said 90 mil, which is it.
He just throw away money because nobody else come over to the team, huh? Always got to find that one person to just take the money.
Yeah. You said, Mark, you've been doing a great job. My bad. I ain't heard you say it.
And why don't you throw 1 year contracts, bro? Why don't you throw away 1
remember
year?
Too. You know, remember too, this was the infamous 2016 free agency summer is the craziest like in NBA history.
Yep.
That's when I think you got a 4-year $100 million contract.
I almost did, bro. I almost did until I hurt my leg.
You know what I'm saying? You got you a Chandler Parsons contract, man.
Yeah, I was going to, bro. It was crazy.
You say Luol Deng? I ain't hear you, my bad.
Had the pen, bro.
All right, man. Let's see.
Didn't dry.
Let's see what we got next, man. Check this out, King. Got the 2018 Rockies. They was 65-17. He lost to the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. I remember this. The famous Chris Paul getting hurt in game, was it 5 or 6?
5.
5? Okay.
Yeah, because I feel like they were up 3-2, right? Warriors had to win 2. Yeah, so he got hurt. They had the best record, I think, in the regular season, but they weren't the best team. Nobody thought they were better than the Warriors won. It was awesome. They were ahead of the Warriors. They should have got the job done, but nobody looks back at it because it was the Warriors. You feel me? So it don't matter. It was a choke job. James Harden and the other guy that's due to circumstances, like we always talk about. I don't want to get, destroyed in the comments if I talk about him and all, but stuff happens and he's never there. And you feel me? He wasn't able to go to the finals and lead the team there. So it is what it is, bro. They lost though to the Warriors, and they were part of the Warriors story now.
And he lost in 6, right? No, he lost in 7. Was that 7?
They were up 3-2.
It's up 3-2. Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy, bro. I think a lot of people were rooting for them, man. Everybody's kind of wanted to see the Warriors finally lose.
Mm-hmm. Want to see if that super team is beatable, bro.
Yeah, if I say, my James Harden opinion, I'm gonna leave it alone. Kind of thought, they had that chance. Like I said, just needed one more game.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Paul getting hurt, I guess that he was the MVP of the squad, man. As soon as he got hurt, just couldn't get those other 2 games. So, yeah, it's crazy, bro. History would have definitely been different, man. If they had won next, a lot of people think they would have won the finals that year if they had made it to the finals.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been. What was that? 2018. It wouldn't have been a sweep though. It wouldn't have been a sweep. Cavaliers would have won some. If Houston would have got there, I think Cavs would have won some. Would have won a game, maybe 2. But I still think Houston would have won though.
Yeah, I kind of agree. All right, brother. It's your favorite year right here, King. Your favorite year. The 2022 Suns, they was 64-18. They lost to the Mavs in the Western semis. What you think about this one, man?
I think people forget about this because of that guy again, because of what he's associated in the circumstances and all that happens. So again, he's become one of those guys, like I talked about Dirk before, where it's like something always happens, something got to give, and some way he'll find a way to mess up, or not even he'll find a way to mess up, but something will find a way to mess up. And that's what happens. So I don't think people even care about this. It's part of the Luka Doncic story now. Like, it ain't even like, oh my goodness, the Suns were this great team. I think people use it to say the Suns weren't that great.
It's always the case, huh? It's kind of like it reminded me when the Mavs won in 2011. I had all these dudes who was killing me all year. And all of a sudden, like, oh, you had this guy, you had that guy. I didn't hear any of that all year from any of y'all. All I was getting made fun of, talking about calling me I'm part of the one and done boys and all that sort of stuff. And it's like all of a sudden now they win. Like, oh, you had this guy, had that guy. I didn't hear. I kept telling. I didn't hear that all year.
Yeah.
Like we having revisionist history now, bro. I see how that is. When they win, all of a sudden it's like, oh, they had this. But if they lose, oh, they trash. Like which one is it? Like stay consistent. If you said if you did, I would take if you thought they were lucky. That's fine. At least you kind of stay on that side of, oh, you thought they were trash or whatever. That's fine. Don't switch it up. Be like, oh, this whole time they had a good team. You didn't think that before the playoffs started. So that's what I had to deal with, man, when the Mavs won that championship. But yeah, you're right. You know how it is. Revisionist history, man. You got to kind of make yourself feel better about the situation. You got to kind of change some things up, man, to try to justify what happened in that situation. So that's what they did. Because it's funny because all I remember is both was picking the Suns to go to the finals again.
Mm-hmm.
They had man, matter of fact, how many games did they have next to the second seed in the West? Like 7? Wasn't like 7 games better than the second seed or something like that? It was something crazy.
7, 8, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So then all of a sudden they lose. It's like, well, I mean, y'all didn't have that energy before all this started. Y'all was picking them to win. Matter of fact, majority of the folks had Dallas getting swept by them in the second round because of how they did Dallas in the regular season.
Yeah, I think the Suns.
So
I think the Suns would have won. I think the Suns would have got past us. They would have won because we already talked about the Golden State Warriors. They were destroying the Golden State Warriors throughout the season.
Yep.
They were built to beat the Golden State Warriors. Like that was easy because Ayton wasn't Dwight Powell and Maxi Kleber.
What'd you say?
I said DeAndre Ayton wasn't Dwight Powell and Maxi Kleber.
Watch your mouth, bro. Please just watch your mouth. Thank you.
But yeah, so they were built to beat Golden State that year. They were destroying Golden State. I felt like they probably won like 3 out of 4 games, if not all 4.
I think they did.
And then I think Golden State like luckily won one of them. And then we were talking about that, like, damn, they can beat Golden State. But yeah, the Mavericks beat them and got to the next round, and Golden State took care of them. So I do think the Suns would have beat them, would have beat the Warriors, and I think the Suns were better than Boston at that time.
And we're not gonna talk about how Chris Paul hit that wall after like game 4 or something like that. He hit that wall.
On his 37th birthday? On his 37th birthday. Like, literally his 37th birthday.
Wall.
He said, I'm done.
I was like, God dang.
Did he go like,
did he not miss a shot or something like that in like game 3 or something or whatever it was?
What the guy said in the comments when he went 14-14, said the only guy in history. And should I have told him in the comments and reminded him that after his 37th birthday in that same series, where he went 14-14, that he just stopped. His star went away from him. Not to say he's not a star and all that.
I don't think I've ever seen that before, bro. That dude hit as soon as he hit that wall. It was right after on that next game he hit that wall, and he was never the same after that.
It was the same game. I thought he turned 37 that day. Was it the day?
No. I'm talking about the game before. It was the game before he went off, because we had to hear about it from folks in the comments.
Oh yeah,
we had those Suns fans coming in here.
Uh-huh.
I ain't gonna never forget that. And then as soon as, like you said, the very next game on his 37th birthday, he hit that wall, bro. That day. It was never the same, like, bro. I've never seen that before. That was a switch.
You watched it, bro. You watched Father Time hit him and said that is, and we saw it. I don't. That is weird. It's like, you feel me? Like, it's like weird to like see it happen, and like for some reason you saw him go from like a star to a role player right in front of your face. Like, you're like, whoa, what just happened? They pressed the button on his slider or something like that. But yeah, bro, that's what happened.
That was crazy. Like, you know how when your power go out, you got to go out to the circuit breaker and cut the little switch back on. They cut the switch off. That's what they did. Yeah. As soon as that birthday came, okay, that's enough. We got to save energy.
He was media, man. He took his powers away.
Yeah. He read that book. He took that book.
Yep. Took his powers away. Like, whoa.
So yeah, bro, I'm just like, dang, that was crazy. Like you said, we saw it in live and in living color, bro. He hit that wall right in our very eyes, bro. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah. A lot of people were saying too that they think he might have given up on that team too quick. Of course, we already know what happened after that. He started going for the big bucks out there when they got, who was it? It was Kevin Durant first, and then they ended up getting Bradley Beal, and then of course we already know what happened after that. So,
well, they screwed Ayton out of his contract after this one.
Yep,
that was the first mistake.
That. Yep, that was the first mistake.
Well, and then they gave him his contract, but they weren't going to give him his contract. Indiana he's going to go on the move. And then they brought him back after that, and that was kind of messing with players, bro. I tell you, situations, these players are human beings. They gotta be coached. You feel me, and guided. And when you take them in situations and all, you see everybody not like hard as ice, pause or whatever. Like you got to put them in situations when you messing with people and they already kind of fragile in a way. I don't want to say he's fragile, you feel me? But you feel me? Like you can see their mindset is kind of like they need to, they're right there where they can even be special or they cannot care. And if he doesn't have anybody pushing them behind him, then that could be the end of his career. You feel me? Like Kwame Brown. I said over and over again. You feel me?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Kwame Brown's a perfect. I was about to say that too. And another example, believe it or not, this is why Phil Jackson was a good coach, because he knew what kind of buttons to push with certain players. He didn't treat Rodman the same as he treated Jordan, right? He didn't treat Rodman the same as he treated Paxson and Jed Bush and them guys, right? You keep to treat them different because it depended on who that character was. Yep. You knew Rodman was gonna go. He needed to go crazy every once in a while. Okay, I'm gonna let you loose for a couple of days. He already knew he's gonna come back. I can push certain buttons that's gonna make him come back and give us what we need him to give us or whatever, right? And that's what makes great coaches. And that's what makes great coaches, bro. Like I say that all the time. We talk about like a Greg Popovich being able to adjust depending on the era of the game. You can't talk to the young dudes the same way you talk to Duncan and them back in the early 2000s. He knew that. This is why he changed his coaching style up fitting whatever era that he coached in.
Dennis Rodman is an excellent example because Dennis Rodman under great coaching, you see what happens. Gives you
Chuck Daly and Phil Jackson.
DPOYs, you feel what I'm saying? All-star appearances. When he not, he still gets you 14 rebounds a game, but he on a team for like 12 games and all that. You feel what I'm saying? Like
that's when the coach got to put their ego to the side. The players are a lot more important than you.
Yes, bro. Like it's players. Like I don't know. I just feel like you got to be the humans at the end of the day, man, and you got to be a human back to them. But a lot of these coaches and all don't care, so they get in bad organizations and they become bad players, quote unquote. But yeah,
the way you run things shows how the team is performing. So
all these dudes nice, bro. A lot of these dudes, well, I should say 80% of the league nice. Real talk. 80% of the league is nice. It's really coaching. It's really coaching, getting guys right. It's themselves and getting themselves in the right condition and all that stuff. But that's a part of coaching too. Like some of these guys need, I don't want to say fathers, but like a second like hand, bro. Like just a guiding, voice in their ear at times and all. Like they're young. These players, a lot of these kids and all, or I don't want to say kids, but young men never had a job in their life. You feel like they've never worked before, anything like that. Like this is their first job.
They've been coddled and everything.
Yeah, like this is their first
never
job.
Told no, all that
basketball.
Stuff,
this is their first job, so they need to hear that kind of stuff. You got to get these guys, right, man. The right leadership is major. I feel like, and a lot of organizations don't have the right leadership. They busy worrying about money and other things, bro. So we see situations that happen. Shout out to the Clippers and all.
That's why veteran leadership is important too.
Yeah,
very important. All right, man. Let's see. We got this last one here, King. Let's see what this is. Oh man, it's your team right here, boy. 2025 Cavs.
It's Dave's favorite team.
Oh man, 64-18. He lost to the Pacers in the Eastern Conference semis. I don't know. I thought they. Wait, what's the Pacers? The Pacers was I don't know. I thought they lost the Pacers in the first round.
No, I lost second round. Pacers. They beat the Orlando Magic. Remember? Was it Orlando?
Oh,
yeah. They beat them in 7.
Yeah.
No, 6. No. This was last year. They beat them in 5 or something.
Oh, something. Yeah, something like 6. Yeah.
I think people were 7. Then last year Orlando didn't have anybody, and they beat them. They was getting injured.
As a matter of fact, Paulo was going off. I remember I heard people saying like if Paulo just had one more guy to help him, he probably could have beat him or whatever.
That was just 2 years ago. Last year they were just all. Remember they were injured, and they kept coming back in the middle of the year and all that stuff. Paulo and Franz and all them.
Remember Paulo dropped that 50 and then was out that next game.
Yep. At the beginning of the season, Paulo was.
Why didn't he get a 50-point triple double?
It was damn near. Remember, he had a 50-point damn near triple double at the beginning of the season last year, and then I think he missed it by assist, but like 2 assists, something like that. And then, and Paulo was looking like an MVP candidate beginning of the season last year, and then he got hurt.
I hated that, man.
Yeah,
he got some help now though. But thank you.
I wonder if that hip thing, though, not to go too far off topic. I wonder if that hip thing got anything to do with it, like his condition with the the cramping and all that stuff that he had before. Remember in Duke and all, he had to drink a bunch of water because he would cramp up or whatever. He would lose so much water and all so much. Like, is that the reason why his hip? Maybe, you feel me? Like he was. I don't know. Maybe he might have to watch out for stuff like that. Thinking about it, like him dehydrating and not having water, bro. I know it probably does something to your muscles, obviously.
You said LeBron in San Antonio.
I hate that LeBron got on it, because at the end of the day, I hope Bron really has to sit down once his career over and like really tell us
what happened in San Antonio.
Fill me up, what was exaggerated and all that as far as like his career, like let us know if he really was cramping. I really do think he was cramping though. Like
he probably
Bron had no help that series, bro. Like Bron was going off, and then nobody helped him in that Miami that last.
He couldn't stay healthy, and then Bosh was still in that third option
he didn't
role.
know what to do. He didn't know how to get into a second man role at that point. It was like, damn, you gonna ask me in the finals to now be the second guy? And all
now
that?
You want me to sit?
Yeah, like, so it wasn't gonna work. But I really want to know about stories on Bron's career. What's real and what's like exaggerated. I hope he does it.
But we think about this right here.
Oh, I ever said, bro, I don't.
Bro, somebody threw out a stat, I think like a couple months ago, about Donovan Mitchell. I forgot what it was. I might be way off on this, but I think it was something like the only player, like star player in history to lead teams in both conferences to like a number one seed, but to never make it to the conference finals or something like that. It was something crazy, bro.
He so Donovan Mitchell, numbers wise, is one of the best playoff performers ever. As far as statistics, look at his numbers and all that. You be like, dang, Donovan Mitchell. I don't think nobody's scared of Donovan
back-to-back 50s.
I don't think nobody's scared of Donovan Mitchell though. If Donovan Mitchell had a ball in his hand a bunch, I think that's a problem.
I'm scared of.
All right, but this team was a 70-win team, to tell you the truth. Remember at the end of the season, they struggled.
Yeah, remember they started, I think they ran out of gas or the end.
Last year they struggled at the end of the season and all. This was and no one cared. I told you at the beginning of the season when they were winning all the games, and everybody was asking me the Cavs, are they legit? What are you thinking on? I kept telling them what, bro.
Wait to the playoffs.
I said
you seen the same song again before with we kept bringing up the whole what he been doing in the playoffs for his career and everything. Like, oh no, it's different. Okay, I will believe it. Let me see it first, and then if it is, I will give you all the props in the world. But revision, history tells you, history speaks loud, and it's told us before. We've seen this before. Like I just told you, he done it twice. He done it before in both conferences, bro. And what has the outcome been? He's never got past the second round before, bro. So
what's that? Real is real, bro. It's like, so my issue, go back to the Mavs, switch it over again, back to them. Back in the day when they talked about Dirk and all, I felt like they talked about Dirk like Dirk would choke in the playoffs. I'm like, that's not true. Don't say Dirk choked in the playoffs. Like, the Mavs did choke in the playoffs. You feel me? Like, I'm 100%. I can say that with all like confidence and all. I have no issue saying it out loud. We got our ring in 11 and all that, so it's okay. It's like once that happened, it was like, I can release now and all that pause, bro. Like, it happened. We got a ring. Yeah, we finally. So I can talk about all of this and all that now. It's okay. It doesn't hurt as much, pause. But as far as back in the day, we were choking, bro. The Mavs were choking. Even in 2011, I was worried. I was worried when we lost them 2 games to Portland and all that. Like, it's no reason to fake the funk. Like, I understand what the Mavericks would do. And so I started to think, hey, the Mavericks would do that because that's history. That's what the Mavericks has not shown me anything different from that point to be like, man, you said in the San Antonio series or whatever. We were up 3-1. They came back game 7. We were up in that game. They came back and took it. It was worried because I know what they did. It's crazy. I see what the Cavs have done the few years. I've seen what Donovan Mitchell has done in the playoffs. Just him in general being the lead guy. Until I see something different, I'm probably going to believe what I've seen. So he's going to be a good regular season guy. He's great for the regular season. Playoffs, though, that ain't his role being a number one, in my opinion, until he shows me something different.
Yeah, he's not a number one, in my opinion. I was just about to say that, too. He's not a number one. He could be a really good number 2.
Yeah.
Excuse me. He can be a really good number 2. Like you said, he showed the numbers. He showed that he can be effective and stuff like that in the playoffs. It's something. I always say that it's not just about you scoring buckets. I've always said that it's just those type of guys is something that they have.
He's a ceiling raiser, bro. He's not a floor raiser. He's a ceiling raiser. He needs that guy. He's like He's like a Kyrie Irving-ish type guy, if that makes
yes,
sense.
that
Like,
and now
put him
there you go. I was
beside
gonna say
somebody.
that. Yes, I was gonna say that just because the Cavs jersey kind of it gave me that idea. He's
Yep.
Kyrie Irving.
Yep.
He's a Kyrie Irving type player, like a very, very good number 2 player, bro. He could be a
I don't mean he's Kyrie Irving to all Americans. He's
well,
not
yeah,
Kyrie
no, we're
Irving,
not
but he's a
saying that.
Kyrie
Saying,
Irving type as far as where you want him to be in your pecking order on your team and all that. Like, put him as that number 2 where he just go get me buckets in the playoffs. You feel me? I know you can get me buckets. Don't worry about getting the team involved and all that. When I get a ball to you, that means we need a bucket. Go get a bucket right now. And that's what I think Donovan Mitchell should be. But shout out to the folks that were saying I was crazy though when I was saying Jalen Brunson was better than him about 5 years almost ago now. So I remember those days.
Are you talking to Knicks fans?
I'm talking to Knicks fans, Maverick fans, talking to anybody that's a fan of basketball now. We do basketball now. We're a basketball show. So I'm just talking about fans of basketball. I know some Knicks fans. I know some Maverick fans. You feel me? I know fans that was just telling me JB wasn't that dude. Remember, he wasn't worth $30 million. He wasn't worth 25. Wasn't worth 20.
You said 10.
10. I mean, crazy. Remember, showing off in the playoffs, he still wasn't worth it.
I gotta see more.
Give this other guy $25 million though. You know, that does nothing because I know he'll do something eventually. Bro, that's
eventually.
Thinking back on that, I don't understand it. I don't understand how certain fans gravitate to certain players. It'd be like, okay, but it is what it is.
But yeah, man, that's all the teams right there, man. So y'all let us know, man, what was the biggest disappointment to y'all out of these teams that we have up here or we talked about here on the screen. All right, King, let's get to show some love to Playback, man.
Thank you to our friends over at Playback for this segment. Pause. If you're tired of the national media and the annoying ways they sometimes cover sports and other events, give the Glow Sun Production channel on Playback a try. We cover new and old school basketball, wrestling, and geek culture. And just recently, we've added boxing, mixed martial arts, anime, and even video gaming. So if you have time in your busy day, give our channel on Playback a look and check out some of our replays while you're at it. Another special shout out to our favorite at Playback. Back to the show.
All right, man, let's go ahead and get into these questions and comments.
Sponsored by True Classic.
The most interesting customer came into True Classic today. A young man came in right when the doors opened and said he had a job interview in just 30 minutes. The challenge, or so he thought, he had about $150 to work with. Now in most places, that's a fancy shirt, maybe some nice socks. But at True Classic, when you add more, you save more. So not only did I set him up with a pair of our 4-way stretch chinos, not only did I set him up with one of our white button-down shirts, I even helped him complete the look with one of our coach's jackets. All for just $130. So he found his fit, looked great for his interview, and I'm pretty sure he got the job too. That's true value.
All right, man, what we got, King?
Daniel Berry of Daniel Berry Sports Highlights in the building. Our guy. Says happy Monday. Hey everyone, what up, Daniel Berry? Make sure y'all follow his channel for all sports highlights. Got my guy Div in the house back again. Look at him.
Hey, ain't seen Div since '86.
Exactly, man. He said exactly, King. Look at
exactly.
Div showing me love, man. Look at that. I thought he hated me. But no, he probably talking about with the I think he's talking about the players when I was talking about the leadership and that type of stuff. But yeah, Div, even though Div's an athlete, I know he does hockey. He says the way they were laughing at the first game, one post interview was hilarious. Suns were so confident. Yeah.
No, I was at the first one.
I was at game 2, I think. Yeah, I think it might have been game 2.
Yeah, because didn't he go up like 2? Didn't he go 2-0?
Yeah, they went up 2-0.
Yeah, it was after 2. Yeah. And then Luka Special was in game 5.
Yeah. Yep. Div says JJ told Luka be in championship shape after the series and playoffs. I mean, he did. He gave him that. It seems like Luka likes. It seems like Luka's okay with passive aggressive. Jason Kidd would do it too. Like, meaning like if your coach, even if your coach calls you out, like you don't got to call him out. You feel me? Like just say it because like JJ did that same thing when he said some players are in championship shape, some aren't. basically he was talking to Luka a little bit. Jason Kidd, remember the year when Reggie Miller was calling him out? Some players aren't in shape and all that. I mean, maybe they're talking directly to him as well, but even if they're just doing it passively aggressive, or passive aggressively, they should. It's fine. Seems like just tell the do what you feel, and he'll go out there and do it.
Well, Dave just said it, but his coach in Europe just told straight to his face.
That's what I said. It just seemed like they always say they baby him. I always thought that was the issue. They always compared him to James Harden, and that was my issue. Like, I don't think he's James Harden. I don't think his personality probably nothing like James Harden. Like, just talk to the dude and see if he would do it. And it seems like every time they talk to him and say, "Hey, do this," he says, "Okay." But some guys, shout out to certain owners and all, would just have a certain direction and decide they're the genius in the room, man. They got everything down pat. They got it.
That's what I heard.
What's new with that guy? Has he started anything new? You heard anything recently? All right,
nope.
Well, we can keep moving in. Shout out to Diff.
Oh, we got some more there.
Are we done? Oh, shoot. I don't see that. Am I tripping? You can put the Div one up here. That's the last one I said.
No, this.
Oh, that's earlier. He says, yeah, they were laughing about how Luka couldn't play defense. Share Div. He said, FYI, also, the ex-Mavs owner didn't believe in Brunson.
What are we talking? Oh, he talking about talking about Don Carter. Who you talking about?
I think he was, but Div's my guy, man. Div, you see the top 10 list for ESPN or the top 100 list? You see who was number 10? That's crazy, bro. Bro, we drafted both of them in 2018. Sorry, they drafted both of them in 2018. That might be the greatest draft by a team in draft history.
Oh, our best draft in history for sure.
It's definitely the Mavericks, but it may be just for a team the greatest draft in draft history. And wow,
2 Hall of Famers in the same year. But yeah, listen, man, we definitely appreciate everybody, man, join us for another one, man. Listen, if you guys are into NBA content, man, NBA conversation, debates, hot takes, whatever it is, man, go ahead and do us a favor, hit that subscribe button. Join us here every Monday and Wednesday. We will be back here on Wednesday evening, man. You guys can join us here for that conversation. Also, too, if you want to become a member of the channel, join us here every Friday morning, man, for the members by simply hitting that join button right there next to the subscribe button. Consider becoming a member of the channel. We have shows every Friday morning with the members of the channel. They join us here on stage and we get to conversating about the NBA topics of that week or whatever it is, that day, week, whatever. We have here with the members of the channel. So you guys can join us here every Friday morning just by simply hitting that join button. Also, too, follow me on my other channel, Cause We Geek, where we talk about all things in the geek culture involved in movies and television, man. We got some Batman news just dropped this week. Shout out to James Gunn. So we'll probably be talking about that tomorrow. And I think some other news I forgot, but mostly the Batman news I think is our main topic tomorrow. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. Me, Cuz, BA, and Big J. So you guys can join us over there tomorrow evening around the same time tomorrow on Cuz We Geeks. Hit that subscribe button and join us every Tuesday evening, Saturday morning. All right, King, what you got, man?
Please continue to share our content, guys. We're getting closer to the season, so please, if you know anybody that may be interested in NBA content, let them know about us. We will be doing a bunch. I think games and all right around the corner. So Playback, conversations about that, recaps and reviews. We'll be doing that pretty soon. Also, do me a favor. Follow myself, Queen, BA, Travis, and Devin on We Talk Combat. So we talk all things combat sports and sports entertainment. We have shows Sunday afternoons around 3 p.m. Had a nice show about Jade Cargill and her nasty injury and the botch at SmackDown that just happened. But other than that, follow us over there. Follow us on all our Clips channels. Follow us on all the Glow Sun channels. Y'all help us get where we want to be. But other than that, we'll see y'all on Wednesday. Hope you have a great night. And no cap.
Yes, Div. You should go over there to Cuz We Geeked, man. We had a whole show about that, man. We talked about that. I even clipped that part of the show and posted it as a separate segment. So yeah. So you can watch that, man. We give our takes of that show. We just ended last week, so we talked about all that over there. Cause we geeked. But yeah, man. But listen, man. Like I said, we will be back here on Wednesday. You guys can join us here. Members, we'll see you guys on Friday. Everybody else, hope you have a good evening. We'll be back on Wednesday, man. Same cap time, same crown channel.
No cap.
Cap and crown. The Mavs should have played the Warriors in that last game. Damn it.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.